Hey guys, what's cooking? It's Pasta Man out here tonight. Just to let you know that this is a new series I'm starting. The idea is cooking pot, so I'm brewing some new decks for you guys, and those are unrefined, kind of raw decks with an interesting idea at the bottom of it. And the idea is for you to get inspired, share, exchange on your thoughts of improvement, of strength of the deck, how you like it, how you dislike it. And yeah, so this will be our first episode of this series today with the Spell Druid, first deck that I put together day one. You can check out the video that I'll put also in the description at the end of the video on this week's Tavern Brawl. That was very much linked to having spells, and I made a full spell druid deck. So anyway, have fun. Hope you like that series. I hope you like creating decks and being creative around it. That's what I love about those games. One of the things that I love about those games. So beginning of the expansion, I'm checking no meta decks whatsoever. I'm just taking stuff out of my head and to you guys, and hopefully they're not too bad, and hopefully you're inspired and you're having fun with them. After this, I'll jump right to the first one. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Pasta Man coming at you today to give you the Spell Druid of Ashes of Outland, a meme deck. I'll say straight from the get-go, this is a meme deck. This is a deck you can win with. This is a deck that you can refine, but I think it's a fun deck. It's been day 6 of the expansion today. But I haven't dove incredibly much into the meta. I haven't checked too much of that. I wanted to be creative, and that's a little bit as a second part of the video I made on this week's Brawl. I put up this deck. So what does it do? As you can see, no minions out there apart from one. Okay. We snug in Maeve, new legendary that pretty much silence minion for 2 turns. It silences it, and it puts it dormant. So not only silence, actually it kills it for 2 turns, and then it comes back, let's say. And this is actually for later push that, and I'm gonna explain that right away, that we needed to insert that. But what that deck does is mostly, one of the major part of it is ramp. So you have the new overgrowth, 4 mana, 2 empty mana, so pretty much the level up of wild growth. But we still have both of these. We also have a nourish, so we have 4 ram cards. So obviously this is one of the themes. And then we have, I'd say, our 3 major cards out here are this guy, because this guy is just a beast in terms of value generation. Draw 3 cards for 2. So obviously discard any minion. We don't have any problem in that deck for that, and that's one of the reasons why I built this deck. I thought that card was absolutely obnoxious if you make sure no minions are gonna be drawn. And then our 2 main finishers, so I'd say 1, 2 apart from the ramp, and 3 are gonna be our main cards. Why is that? Turn 5 or earlier, depending on how much you ramped. Sorry, turn 9, not turn 5. Turn 9, you're gonna throw the Glowfly Swarm. So again, giving you a 2/2 minion for each spell in your hand. So hopefully by that time, turn 9, you have quite a lot of spells in your hand. So you pretty much always will summon 7 Glowflies, if not 6. And then, so again, I said turn 9 or earlier if you ramped, but whenever you have 9 mana, Glowfly plus Soul of the Forest. So that makes it so that without 2 board wipes, the opponent cannot clear your board, And then obviously you've got the Savage Roars, you've got the Power of the Wilds, you've got the Blessing of the Ancients, and you just go straight for it, and usually it's a one-turn kill. So that's the idea of the game. It's a bit wacko. It's not much of a thought process, but I'm gonna show it to you in a couple games, and you'll see that it's actually interesting. Even and I showed you specifically 2 games versus Demon Hunter, and you're gonna see that even versus Demon Hunter, pretty aggressive deck, right? Well, it has its happy days. So let's jump right now to the games. Alright, so we're now in the game. As you can see, this is a recording I made of 2 games. So first we mulliganed out Starfall, obviously, try to get some early tempo. So the quest is in that deck. Just to give a little bit of value, I'm actually not sure the quest package is absolutely mandatory here. I'm thinking you could just scram all that and just focus on ramping and drawing cards. It's an option, but at the end of the day, we already have 4 ramp cards, which is quite a lot, and the quest does give you a bit of sustain. Of course, Hidden Oasis, of course, the board wipes that are Starfalls and others. So here is an interesting play on turn 2. So I have the opportunity to put the Dreamway Guardians, right? The problem is, if you look at it, they'll get killed next turn very easily by the opponent. Obviously, he has 2 minions, and then you have the hero power that makes his weapon go for 2, so he can very easily kill that. So I'm gonna go it slow. I'm trying to slow down the Demon Hunter, which is not an easy thing. If you guys have already played with or against Demon Hunter, a lot of people are, obviously, because it's the new class, and quite aggressive. So this guy, I'm quite happy with this play. He just draws a card and sure gets 2 extra attack, but not too much of pressure. So I'm actually gonna continue clear his board. Again, we're really just controlling the game in those turns. I don't have any ramp right there. And the good thing for now is that we're also activating our quest. You're gonna see that this game is gonna be a little bit more difficult, especially in the upcoming turns. And I think here, for instance, I play those Dreamer Guardians, and it's gonna go down from here. So the idea really with, and what did I do, right? I went for the quest, right? I had 4 mana. I just played 2 mana, and I let 2 mana go just to complete an extra hump in the quest. And that's where my main error was. Against Demon Hunter with a deck like this, you actually shouldn't play the quest like you normally do. So you actually want to maximize control and as much as you can to have some board, and you'll complete the quest slowly but surely. Not in the early turns. You probably won't complete that. You won't complete at turn 5 or turn 6 maybe, but you'll that's not your main focus, is what I'm trying to say. So here I'm trying to keep some board presence with showing those 2/2s, but this is one of the cards that, you know, will destroy a deck like this. So again, this 6/7 deals 6, I believe, every end of the turn. So this is gonna not help me to win this game. So I'm gonna go a little bit further. So I play the draw 3, try to catch some of my combo cards, because obviously I already played one of the forest. So the very basic combo is again Glowflies plus Soul of the Forest. Obviously I have one out, so I'm gonna bees away that 4 just to this was also probably a mistake to go face rather than I mean I do have Starfall in hand, so that's probably where I'm thinking that I can probably clear it next turn. But come to think of it, I could I actually, I don't know, because I played the draw card, so I didn't have enough mana to do Starfall last turn. But anyway, this is gonna be pretty short. This guy goes there, and I think that's probably the end of it. Yeah, that is the end of it. So this is how you shouldn't play that deck if you want to play it. It's a fun deck. It's, you know, I never played Spell. I'm playing Hearthstone since 2016. I don't think I played full Spell Druid deck at all. So it is a fun deck. But so here's actually right after the first one. I had a whole bunch of other games recorded, but I thought those two were perfect. So here, see, I'm actually gonna, am I keeping one power? I don't think so. I'm actually gonna drop it. See, I'm trying to look for Wrath. I'm trying to look for just pure control. And this is how you should play against Demon Hunter. So this is pretty good. I got one of my combo cards, the Glowfly. But then again, see, I'm not even gonna play the quest on turn 1. I'm gonna focus on controlling the board for now. In any case, I wasn't gonna complete one stack of the quest, and I choose the Keeper because the Keeper allows me to silence, the Keeper allows me to deal 2. So again, control versus a super aggressive deck like the Demon Hunter is. Yeah, probably gonna hero power here. So again, I didn't even play the quest. So this is, see, I'm playing this much differently, and it's gonna pay. You're gonna see it's gonna pay. Again, he's not on turn 2, not doing much. That's good for me, and that's where I'm gonna start doing stuff. So I'm playing the quest, but I'm still not stacking it. I'm gonna play those Guardians. I'm very sure that I did that. And again, I want to have some kind of control of the board. We still haven't ramped, so we're still not looking absolutely perfect. It's not looking bad, but for now we haven't done much in terms of ramping, which is it's quite critical for that deck to get there before the opponent does, so that he doesn't have too much answer to the Glowfly, Soul of the Forest. So here's the Keeper coming handy to clear that 4/2. That was one of the minions that I had in mind when I took the Keeper, was that 4/2. That so it creates a 2/2 minion when your hero attacks, so it's pretty much value generation for him, unlimited if I don't kill that dude. Again, it looks quite good, again because I'm controlling. Looks quite okay. Let's see what he does. Actually hits the face, which is definitely a mistake versus a Druid, so he gives me a bit of slack here. So I'm very happy to just clear. I'm thinking probably Dreamway and just I'm not gonna, yeah, and draw. I'm not gonna ramp here because I'm already quite in front of board, so I can just consolidate that that board. I don't think he has the spell. There's a new spell for obviously new for Demon Hunter. Deal 1 to all minions and then deal 1 again, so pretty much deal 2 to all minions. Obviously he would have played that earlier if he had it. So this is why I'm just putting more stuff on the board. Seeing that he can really react to that quite very well. Oh yeah, so he's gonna play the so I forgot the name of the this is not good for all the World of Warcraft lovers, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, Azanoth, Warglaives of Azanoth. So again, so attacking minions, and then your hero can attack again. So he's actually gonna use that to clear. So it's interesting because he just hit face. So obviously, so okay, I have to mention this is my alternate account, Asian account. So I fully agree that this might not be the best level of plays. And again, it's a good idea for him to clear it. But he didn't have any other ways to do it. But it would have been a good idea to also clear my minion just the turn before, which he didn't do. So there again, so he's obviously having a hard time clearing my 2/2. So this is why I decided to go for the glowflies. And so this is where it ends, I believe. Yes. So in that specific game, you see, I picked my time to actually release the glowflies because I realized he didn't have any board clear. He obviously didn't necessarily react well to all that I was doing. It didn't go to turn 9, and this is probably how you can sneak in some wins versus those aggressive decks. Is that if you manage to get a board, they don't necessarily have board clears. They don't necessarily play that spell, that 2-mana spell. Is it 1 or 2-mana spell? Deals 2 to all minions. And so you manage to actually get the Soul of the Forest on your glowflies earlier. But most of the time you'll win against mid-range, against control, difficult versus Resurrect Priest. But again, all decks are pretty difficult right now to win versus Res Priest. But it will win when you get that 9 mana point. And then you sustain your board. You create a huge board, sustain it, and just hit the face. All right, I hope you like that little deck. It's fun. You have different versions of it. You have versions where you can put some of the new cards. Let me just show you one thing right there. So yeah, as I was saying, you can add some cards. I don't have it on that account, my Asian account, but I have it on my American account, I believe. So, and that's one of the gimmicky deck, the first gimmicky deck that I did day 1 with IZL Windsinger, with also Kel'Thas. Obviously those are okay, you're adding 1 or 2 minions more, but obviously those are like discounting your spells, so it can help. I think it's more, you know, viable if this deck is any viable, actually that way, because Kel'Thas does take turn 6 plus 2, so 6 mana plus 2 other spells, so you probably have to put some Innervate in there to make it really work. And but I've tried it, and it was a little more clunky, but you know, have fun. Again, I haven't looked at much of the meta. I haven't looked at much at the you know, Hearthstone replay and all that so far. I'm still gonna try to do my own thing for now and see how it works. I strongly advise you to do that. And also, if you haven't checked my video on the Brawl of this week, you can definitely check that out. It's linked to this deck. It's a very similar deck at the end of the day, and it makes you win very easily that Brawl. So I'll put a link so you guys can check that video as well. I hope you like that video. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want, and take care, have fun, and hasta pasta, baby.